What is good, YouTube? Alright, man, so today I got something a little special for y'all. I got a demigod build stopping 6'6" point guard super lockdown build for y'all today, man. But before we get into the build, do me a favor, man. Hit the like on the video if you like the video, but also make sure you hit that subscribe so you don't miss out on any amazing builds, man. Because from here on out, dropping nothing but bangers. But alright, man, let's get into this video. Sorry, man, first things first. We're gonna get into the physicals, well, the body settings on this build. We're going 6'6", 180, 7'3", slight, well, you can change the build to whatever you want, but I'm gonna just go ahead and hit continue. I mean, the build is already looking nice. You know, with a 7'3" wingspan, this build is definitely gonna have some defense, man. But alright, first things first, we're gonna get into some finishing, bro. To make this build nice and complete, we have to have a little something in every category, man. We're gonna go ahead and max out the drive and dunk. We just gonna max that thing out, man. Then we're gonna go ahead and move on to the shooting. And I understand you thinking 2 finishing badges, what you gonna do with that, man? Trust me, before you even get to finishing badges, it is possible to poster people just because your drive and dunk is high enough. And just, hey man, just trust me. I'm just asking y'all to trust me, man. If you make this build, you will still be able to get posters, and your layup will be straight. Just make sure with the 2 finishing badges, you do what I did. You can see it at the end of the video, man. All right, we're going for 89 with the mid-range, 87-3, 80 free throw, because this build is more of a rec build, you know what I'm saying, than a park build, but it will work in any game mode. To give you the 16 shooting badges, man, because I feel like 16 is like the perfect number. That's just enough to get by. We maxing ball handle, maxing speed with ball, pass accuracy going to 72 because we still want to be able to get needle threader and dimer, man. Sorry, now for that defense, man. The best part of this build, I told y'all, this is a demigod stopper. In the park or in rec, this build can lock up. Because you see what's different about this build is that it gets intimidator, man. Not many point guard builds come with intimidator, because your block has to be at least an 81, and you can't do that unless you are at least 6'6", and that's just how the game goes, bro. But anyway, you're gonna max out your rebounding stats and you're gonna max out your block. But even before we completely finish up this build, I can already let you know that just from the stats on the screen, this build will be able to stop that demigod. Because 1, intimidator. And I know y'all see rim protector down there. You can get that on gold as a point guard, man. So you already know at 6'6", you're gonna be faster than a 6'7" player. You already know that. Your speed goes higher. Because their speed without the ball is an 85, I think. So that kind of controls, you know, how well they can actually follow you on the court because they don't have the ball. Quick first step, there's no quick first step on defense. So, with them with that 85, and we're gonna see what our speed is, you know what I'm saying? Well, our speed with ball is an 89. And you gotta think about that 89 with the quick first step. They're not gonna be able to keep up, man. They're not gonna be able to keep up. One thing that doesn't make sense about this game though, that you can only get quick first step on gold, and I got an 89 for my speed with ball, but a power forward can get you know, quick first step, Hall of Fame on 80. That doesn't really make a lot of sense, man. But hey, man, I make the game. I just play the game, and I ain't mad at nobody, man. I'm gonna just get it done, man. Like, this build is probably one of those builds that I think could be one of the best builds in the game, man. This build doesn't have to be point guard. It can also be their off guard and still be just as effective. I haven't tried to make this at a shooting guard position yet, but if that's a little bit better, man, you already know I am putting that out on the channel ASAP. All right, man, let's keep it pushing with the rest of the build. So like I said, I'm trying to make something special. This build is going to be a lockdown, so it will have steel. I went with 62 because that's just enough. As you saw it light up. Y'all saw it lit up. That interceptor badge, man, it lit up. And I gave it a little bit of interior D. I know a lot of people don't do that, but hey man, just a little bit goes a long way. I'm telling you, I'm making this build to stop the thought build, and I'm giving it a little strength. So you're not getting bullied out there with this build. And for takeovers, I'm going with the cheesiest ones, man. I'm going with pull-up precision and limitless range. Just because it's a fun way to play, man, especially when you're in my career grinding badges, and it gives you a scoring machine. And like I said, man, I'm giving you playable builds, but this one just happened that the first name is what I was making anyway, man. De'Aaron Fox. But let's get into those badges, man. Remember when I was saying the 2 finishing badges is enough that you'll still be able to poster people? Look, to do that, and you're gonna think I'm tripping, but trust me, it's slithery finisher on silver, man. A lot of people still playing hands up D, even though they know that's not gonna stop nobody in the paint. And alright, man, we're gonna get into these shooting badges. I mean, deep threes, hot zone hunter, those should always be your first 2. Even if you only in my career grinding, you should always get both of those badges up as high as you possibly can, man. Those are must-have badges. Deep threes speak for itself, man. I actually made a build that couldn't get deep threes at center, and it's tough to shoot consistent without it. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a point guard build, so we're gonna be handling the ball a lot. So, you know, it's not gonna be a lot of catch and shoot situations. It's gonna be shooting off the dribble. So I went ahead and threw stop and pop on there. Dead eye and blinders on Hall of Fame, man, because that's one of the best badges in the game. You already know. And alright, so we don't really have a lot of playmaking in this one, so we just gonna get just the bare necessities that's gonna get the job done as a point guard. I mean, this build is pretty balanced, so you can do a little bit of everything. So I'm just making sure that it comes with everything. You want to be that Swiss Army knife on this build. You can do whatever your team needs you to do, or whatever you want to do. Force your will out there. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw a quick first step on gold. On gold. This one doesn't get it on Hall of Fame, but trust me, you will be faster than most other builds. And for those point guards that you do play against, you're gonna be bigger than them. Needle threader, bullet passer, unpluckable, all also on gold. Dimer, not that big of a deal this year, man. 2K2's already provided the info that Dimer does not help you much if your numbers are already high. So, everybody making their build a certain way, you know everybody's gonna have a high 3. Ankle braces, that's going on Hall of Fame because we play lockup defense. Clamps, gold. Interceptor, silver. Intimidator, silver. And the thing about having an Intimidator on your build, man, a lot of people don't have it. So you're gonna seem more menacing out there playing defense, having Intimidator on. Even on this point guard, because let's say you play the top of the key. You can actually defend the top of the key a lot better than a lot of these other builds. And I put chase down artists on just to stop fast breaks. And I used to think that chase down didn't really work because you don't get a lot of chase downs, but just trust me, man, you have to time it almost perfectly. You want to time your jump when the person you're chasing jumps. If you time it right, you can get a snatch block on pretty much any build. As long as you're able to get rim protector and chase down, you can get a snatch block on pretty much any build as long as you time the jump right. But if y'all are still here with me on this video, man, I'm gonna just go ahead and go over my streaming schedule, man. It's starting next week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Starting at 7 p.m., man, Central Time. I will be streaming, man. My Career Mondays, running with randoms and rec on Wednesdays, and I'm gonna just have fun with it on Fridays, man. So if you want to run with me, I will have my PSN down in the description, you know, add me, Don of the Dead, same as my YouTube name, Don _of the Dead _. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm not sure if I said that. If I did say it, well, I'm gonna run it back one more time. But do not forget to subscribe. I will catch y'all boys in the next video, man. Peace.